Okay.
We're on Yud Zion. Sukkah Yud
Wait a
Zion.
minute. Where's Yud Hey?
No, tonight is Yud Zion. We did Tet Zion last night.
Give me the number in English.
17.
Oh, I marked it as 17 yesterday. I thought you did 2 blots yesterday.
No, we did a blot and a half.
Oh, okay. So where did you leave?
We're on the top of 17.
17 base or other? Base,
Ahmed
no?
Aleph. Ahmed Aleph.
All right.
Okay, Tana Rabbanon. Yom Tov Shechalios b'Shabbos. When Yom Tov is on Shabbos, Beishamai Oimrim Mispalel Shmoneh. We normally on Shabbos we have 7 brachos and Shmoneh Esrei. But Beishamai says when Yom Tov is on Shabbos, each Shabbos and Yom Tov get their own bracha. So therefore, Omer Shel Shabbos b'Fnei Atzmo v'Shel Yom Tov b'Fnei Atzmo. Ubeisel Omer Mispalel Sheva. No, we have the 3 introductory brachos, the 3 concluding brachos. We have 1 middle bracha, and we include Shabbos and Yom Tov in that bracha. Maschil b'Shel Shabbos, Mesayim b'Shel Shabbos. We start and finish with Shabbos. The Omer Kedushas Hayom Be'emtza, and we mention the Kedushas Yom Tov in the middle. Rabbi Omer Av Choisem Ba, Mekadesh HaShabbos Yisrael Vazmani. That you end the final bracha, you end the middle bracha with that nusach. Tani Tana Kamed Ravina, Mekadesh Yisrael VaShabbos Vazmani. Omer Leotu Shabbos Yisrael Mekadesh Le. That implies that Yisrael has the power to sanctify Shabbos. No. VaShabbos Mekadesh V'Kaimo. Shabbos was nikdash from creation. Had nothing to do with Klal Yisrael. Elaima Mekadesh HaShabbos Yisrael Vazmani. Rav Yosef Halacha Karebi Uchetaretz Ravina. That's how we conclude the bracha. Ton Rabban. Shabbos Shechalios Rosh Chodesh B'Chol Shlomoid. Shabbos that falls on Rosh Chodesh or Chol Hamoed. Arvis V'Shachris U'Mincha on Shabbos Mispalel Sheva. The Oimrim you say 7 brachas. You're going to conclude Mekadesh either HaShabbos or Mekadesh HaShabbos Rosh Chadoshim. And you say Yala v'Yovo. V'im lo amar machzirna. So if you didn't say the Yala v'Yovo, you have to repeat it. Rabbi Eliezer Omer b'Hoidah. You don't say it in Avodah, but you say it in Moedim. U'v'musafim matchil b'shel Shabbos, Mesayim b'shel Shabbos. And in the Musaf, for example, in Shachris, you don't say anything about Rosh Chodesh or Chol HaMoed. You just says Mekadesh HaShabbos. For example, Shabbos Chol HaMoed or Shabbos Rosh Chodesh. But in Musaf, you do mention either the Yontif or the Rosh Chodesh, right? Mesayim b'shel Shabbos v'Amid Kedushas Hayom Be'emtza. Rabbi Shimon Rabbi Shmuel ben Rav Yechon B'Kol Mokom Shehuzkar Shel Sheva. Whenever you have 7, Maskil b'Shel Shabbos, Mesayim b'Shel Shabbos, for Omer Kedushas Hayom Be'emtza. On Ravuna in Halacha Kol Azug, if what you say is Mekadesh HaShabbos v'Yisrael v'Rosh Chadoshim, or Mekadesh HaShabbos v'Yisrael v'Azmani. Or Mechia B'Rashi Amarav. Meniach Adam Eruvet Chumim Yontiv L'Chavero. Let's say you have 2 days of Yontiv, one after another. One of them is Chol, one of them is Yontiv. So you can lay it down in Erev Tchumim on one day, and you can make it tonight. You can say, well, if today is Yontif and tomorrow is Chol, well, tomorrow I can go wherever I want. If today is Chol, then I don't have to put an Erev Tchumim L'Mocher if I want to go today. You can do the same thing with Erev Tavshilin. Make the same T'nai. You certainly, if the one who holds you can do Erev Tchumin, you can certainly do Erev Tavshilin. my time. The lemikne shvisa b'Shabbos alone. You're not allowed to be koine a place of your domicile on Yontiv. You can't bake for today for tomorrow Yontiv, if both days are Yontiv. But if I'm going to cook today Yontiv, I can, even though I only need one piece of meat, I could put 10 pieces in, and the extra will be for tomorrow. The rest could be for tomorrow. I can fill up hot water massive, even though I only need a little bit, but I can do it for tomorrow. Tanakama says to bake, I can only bake what I need. But Rav Shimon Elazar, no. I can fill the whole oven with bread. The bread bakes better when the oven is full of bread. So even for today's bread, better to add today. What if someone didn't do an Erev Tavshilin? Nesar Kimcho? Who Nesar and Kimcho Nesar? So he's not allowed to cook for Shabbos, and also his flour is prohibited. Odilma Hu Nesar Vein Kimcho Nesar. Maybe he's not allowed to cook, but somebody else can come into his house and cook for him. Is he required to give as a gift his flour to his neighbors, so they can, who laid in Erev Tavshilin, they can cook for him? He'll have to give his flour to his guests, to his neighbors to cook for him, as long as they laid down an Erev Tavshilin. Now, if it's a chiyuv gavra, he's not allowed to cook, but his flour is okay, they can come over to his house and cook with his flour. So what's the din? Toshma. Whoever didn't lay an Erev Tavshilin down. You can't bake, you can't cook, you can't heat. He can't do it for others. Others can't do it for him. Kate said, how is he going to eat? He gives his flour to the acher, like, so therefore seems to be a raya. Kihu nesar v'kimcho nesar. Both he as a gavra is prohibited, and also his flour becomes prohibited. Shma mino, it seems to be a good raya. And that's how we paskin. Iboilu ovar v'ofa. What if he violated the law? He's not supposed to bake because he didn't have an Erev Tavshilin, but he baked. Can you eat from that bread or not? Toshma. Mishloi nech Erev Tavshilin. Ketzad uose. Someone didn't do an Erev Tavshilin. What does he do? Makne kimcho lachem achem oifin lo mavashim. He gives as a gift to his neighbors, and they do it for him. Now, if you're allowed to eat your bread, listni over va'afa muter. Let him, why don't we give him an eitzah that he can eat it? We want to give him a corrective measure that's done beheter. It's also to cook. To give him a takana that, if he cooked, you can eat it, that we don't want to give him an eitzah. Toshma mishenich erev tavshilin. Somebody who laid down the erev tavshilin from erev Yom Tov. He can do whatever he wants. He can bake, he can cook, he can heat up. If he wants to eat the eruv, arshus biyodo. That means on Shabbos. But if he ate it up before he baked, because there's no eruv. Not for him, not for others. And others can't cook for him either. He can cook for that yontiv. You can't that I'm planning to cook for extra guests, and in the end, you're cooking it for Shabbos. Vimheri Moser, but if he did it, it's also to eat. So that's a proof that if he violated cooking without an Erev Tavshilin, you can't eat it. On Rav Ashi Arama Kamrit, you can't bring me a source because of Ashani Arama Dachmir Barabonan Tfemi Mezi. Doing Arama, the Chachamim treated even worse than Mezi. Because Mezi, you know it's prohibited. Harama, you think it's mutter. So they had to be more machmir. Maybe by Mezi, you would be allowed to eat it. There's no raya because it's from a different Tana. You cannot bake bread unless you laid an Erev down with bread. You can't cook a dish unless you lay down an Erev with a cooked dish. You may not do Hatman unless you have hot stuff already sitting Erev Yontiv. Beis Hillel says nothing doing. You can lay an Eruv down with a cooked item, and you can cook, and you can bake, and you can do Hatman. Tanan, Master Peirosa b'Shabbos, you're not allowed to give Meiser on Shabbos. Let's say you did. B'shoigeg yoichel b'mezid lo yoichel. So this seems to be a proof that if you cook b'mezid without an Erev Tavshilin, you can't eat it. So the Gemara says, Lo tzricha disle perachrini. Over there, you had other fruit. Maybe if you didn't have other fruit, you'd be allowed to eat it. Tosh Ramad bil Kelev b'Shabbos. You're not allowed to be toivel your kelim. Now, if you did it b'shoigeg yishtamish behem, b'mezid lo yishtamish behem. So maybe it's the same thing. If you cook b'mezid, you can't eat it. So the Gemara says over there, Lo tzricha disle mani achrini. Over there, the reason why we don't allow you because you have other kelim. Maybe if you didn't have other kelim, they'd allow you to use it. You can borrow. So there's no raya. Toshma, I'm a vashel b'Shabbos without an Erev Tavshilin. B'shoigeg, no. You cook on Shabbos, you're not allowed to. So b'shoigeg, if you didn't know that it was Shabbos, you're allowed to eat the food. B'mezid lo yoichal. So maybe from there is a raya that if I cook something b'mezid without an Erev Tavshilin, I can't eat it. Where says no raya. Yisur the Shabbos is different. It's more machmir. The din is, if I cooked or baked something without an Erev Tavshilin, you can eat it, but you have to. The Bezdin gives them a knas. Says the Mishnah Berurah. Beis Shammai oimrim shnei Tavshilin. How many dishes do you have to have an Erev Tavshilin? Beis Shammai said 2. Beis Hillel says 1. Masnisin de lokai tana. Our mission is not like the following Tanya. The Tanya. Amr Shem ben Elazar. Moidim Beis Shammai Beis Hillel. Al shnei Tavshilin shetzrach. Even Beis Hillel agrees you need 2. Just let's say you cooked a fish with an egg inside of it or on top of it. That's considered shnei tavshilin. But vishavin she impir per beitz of nasal sochagag. But if you stuck the egg inside the fish or sharisa kafloitis for nasal sochagag, shnei tavshilin. Everybody agrees it's 2 tavshilin. It's like our tana that one. I'll leave it to Beis Hillel, 1 tafshil is enough. If you ate up the Erev, you can't cook. Let's say you started making a dough, and then you ate it. You can bake the bread anyways, because you started. Mishnah Chaliyos Achara Shabbos. If Yontiv is after Shabbos, and you want to go to the mikveh. You have to do the mikvah, kalim, and other things before Shabbos, Friday. Kalim, you have to do before Shabbos. Adam b'Shabbos, but an Adam could go to the mikvah on Shabbos. You can use a process called hashaka. That if you have tamei mayim, you can lower in a kli that is not makabel tumah, like a stone kli, into a mikvah, and that's the way to be mitayir the mayim when it touches. So that's not real tefillah. That's called hashaka. They both say you're allowed to do that on Yom Tov. Lo matbilin. Umatbilin migav legav machavur lechavura. The Gemara will explain what that is. Says the Gemara Kolam yes klei Shabbos lo, that you're not allowed to be toivel a kli on Shabbos. Amar Rava gzeir shemayit lana biyanav yaven arba amos b'shus harabim. We're concerned you're going to carry it dalad amos b'shus harabim. Okay. You should
All
call
right.
Mario.
Go ahead.